there's a push for MDMA to be sold over the counter in Australia. I agree. Kourtney Kardshian and Scott Disick are allegedly splitting. I didn't even know the guy's name was Scott Disick. I saw one episode of the show ever, and they were in a restaurant, and the guy, Scott Disick, he was drinking heavily, and his family asked the waiter to cut him off. And I just remembered Scott Disick saying, "He's a fucking worker!" Investigators raided the home of longtime Subway pitchman Jared Fogle. Tuesday's raid comes more than 2 months after the executive director of Jared's foundation was arrested in Indianapolis on federal pornography charges. Unfortunately for Jared Fogle, pictures have purportedly surfaced showing Jared naked and sodomizing an Italian BMT.
Hello?
Susie?
It's a pleasure.
How are you doing?
Pleasure is mine.
How have you been?
How are you?
Doing great.
What's going on? Am I going on tape?
You told me a story a couple weeks ago that I just found fascinating. I was wondering if you could share it with our audience.
Would that be the one about the census taker?
In the closet?
In the closet?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Would you like me to tell the story right now?
Yes, please.
Okay. It is a fascinating story, and what makes it fascinating is it is absolutely true. My ex-daughter-in-law and her coworker, they carpooled together. They worked at a nursing home in Brooklyn. Shirley has a mentally retarded son. I don't know what the new word for that is, but he's mentally retarded. The level, like an 8-year-old, she could leave him at the house and he knew what to do and what not to do. And if there was a problem, he would call. So, she gets a call from Bob, and he is saying, "There's a drawer in the closet. There's a drawer in a closet." And she's saying, "Settle down. What? Tell me slowly what is going on." "There's a drawer in the closet." So he called again, and she told Erica that she had to go figure out what was going on. This was more serious than she had anticipated. As she is driving to her home, she sees all kinds of service cars, police cars, ambulance, fire trucks, what have you. And what had happened was a census taker. Bobby, 6'2", 280, saw the dwarf. Again, I do not know the verbal...
Midget, little person.
Yes.
So it was a midget who was taking a census.
Midgets are taller than dwarves.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so he thought he was a troll, and he put him in the closet. And a little person was just, you can imagine, just freaked out and had his phone called 911. And so ended the day. The dwarf got up, brushed himself off, and continued with his civic duty.
The first time you told me that story, I thought you were lying. Thanks for being with us.
No, it's true. I don't, you know what, make-believe stories are for television.
Thanks again.
Yeah.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Susie, that was a great story. It was so good. I thought that I had almost heard that story before, and I thought, well, maybe you're ex sister-in-law or whatever she was reported that to the police, and somehow a news agency got a hold of it. Maybe it was I had seen it on the internet somewhere. In reality, you shared with us an urban legend. You made this story up. You lied to my audience. You lied to me. How could you do that?